Hi everyone, I'm Seva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be making Klitharaki, which is basically Greek orzo with tomato sauce. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, let's get started. So I love orzo. That's the Klitharaki right here. So it's kind of like a pasta that maybe resembles like a rice kind of, but it's definitely different. And if you haven't seen it already, make sure to definitely check out my Greek orzo salad where I use that instead too. Super delicious, super healthy. Love it. But for today's recipe, all we're going to be using is some extra virgin olive oil, our onions, some garlic, of course, some oregano, our tomato sauce, salt, pepper, our Klitharaki, so our orzo, our cinnamon, some vegetable stock, and some water. Super simple, super easy, and again, this is going to be a one-pot recipe, so super easy cleanup or no cleanup at all, because if you just take the pot, put that right in the fridge, you don't have to put it in another container. Now, I'm using a can of tomato sauce that has a little bit of basil in it. This is totally up to you. You can use whatever spice you want. You can use one with no spices at all, but I do like a little bit of basil, and I have my oregano in here still. Also, if you like your sauce to be a little bit more sweet, you can add just a pinch of sugar or even some ketchup, but I like mine just the way it is, so that's just definitely optional for you guys, but I'll show you guys how I make it, and we'll see how it comes out at the end. So without further ado, let's head over to the stove and we'll get started. Okay, so now we're over to the stove and it's time to get started. So the first thing we're going to be doing is heating up our olive oil and sauteing our onions and our garlic, and we're going to be seasoning that up with some salt, pepper, and oregano. But what I'm going to do to make this easier for you guys to see is give you guys an overhead shot so you can see exactly what everything looks like and exactly how I'm doing it. So we're going to switch over to that shot now. Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to have a large pot, and what we're going to do is we're going to heat up our olive oil on medium heat, and then we're going to saute our onions until they're translucent, and we're going to season with some salt and pepper and our oregano. And then once the onions are done, we're going to add in our garlic, and then we're going to continue to saute that for about 5 more minutes, just until everything starts smelling really good. So we're going to turn up to medium heat, heat this up a bit. So we're just going to put in our onions, just like that. We just chopped up one like medium-sized onion. Gonna mix that on up, just make sure all of the onions are coated evenly with the oil so everything cooks nice and evenly. We're gonna take our oregano, not all of it just yet, but most of it. I know it looks like a lot, but if you're Greek, you know oregano is in everything, and you can never have too much. Okay, and we're done. Just kidding. We're gonna generously season this with some salt and pepper, double fisting it. Now this is all about the taste, so you're going to want to definitely keep tasting and see if you need to add any more salt and pepper as you guys go along. Oh, we're starting to sizzle. It smells amazing already, you guys. Now this will serve up to, let's say, like 4 people, so you guys can always just, like I always tell you, mess around with the recipe, double it, triple it, whatever you want. This definitely is not going to go to waste. Anybody who likes pasta, likes tomato sauce, onion, garlic, really can't go wrong. So good. Right, so we're just gonna keep on cooking that until our onions are nice and translucent, like I said, and then we're gonna add in our garlic. And we're gonna saute that for another about 5 minutes. Smells so good. Okay, so now I'm going to add in our garlic. I'm just going to chop those too. Now, it says 4 cloves of garlic, but who uses what the recipe says exactly? Oh, yeah. So, I definitely have a little more than 4, but this is your personal preference. You can do 4, you can do 6, you can do as many as you want. I love garlic, so I always tend to do more. If you haven't seen it already, definitely make sure to check out my garlic dip recipe video. So delicious. So we're just going to let that saute for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add in our tomato sauce. Okay, I use timers for absolutely everything. Is it 100% necessary? No, but that's what I like to do. So we're looking super, super good. So now, oh, the smell, you guys, I wish you could smell it. So now what we're gonna do is add in our entire can, 28 ounces of our tomato sauce. If it's spitting at you a little bit, it's okay. So we're just going to do that and mix this around a bit. There you go. We've calmed down. So we're gonna add in the entire can. Then once you're done with that, we're going to fill up our can with some water. That's what the 3 to 4 cups is for, because we don't waste any tomato sauce when you're Greek. So you're gonna fill that up, and then we're going to add that right into the pot. Good. We're going to give this a nice little stir. Don't worry if it looks watery. And then we're going to add in our cup of vegetable broth. Not chicken broth, not beef broth, vegetable broth. Okay, now you're going to add in the rest of your oregano right on top. And this is where you're also going to add in your cinnamon. Oh, I know you might be thinking, like, what? Cinnamon in the pasta dip? I'm telling you, this isn't just because I love cinnamon. This is amazing. It will change your life. Looking good, looking good. So now, what we're going to do is turn down the heat just a little bit. I mean, I already did when it was spitting back at me a little bit. You're going to want to turn this down to low to medium heat. And now, you're going to want to stir in your orzo. So, let's get our Klitharaki out. So we're going to cook it right in here. We're not going to, cook it in water and add it to this later. No, it's all getting cooked in here. Oh, drink. Okay, so we're just going to stir this in. Make sure you stir it well so nothing sticks. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our lid. We're going to cover the pan, but not all the way, maybe something like that, just to let some of the air escape. And we're going to allow this to cook for about 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure you're coming back and you're stirring once in a while, just because definitely at the bottom of the pan, orzo can tend to kind of stick. So you're definitely going to want to stir in every once in a while. Definitely make sure to be scraping the bottom of the pan, and you can always add more water or that vegetable broth if you need to make sure the orzo is all covered. Alright guys, so hopefully I don't have tomato sauce splatters on me, but we're all good. I showed you guys what it looks like, so I set a timer for our 20 minutes. It's always good to keep it on the low end, and then definitely check in and add more time if you need. So everything is inside. Our pot is not closed completely, just a little bit open. I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to stir in every once in a while just to make sure our orzo isn't sticking to the bottom of the pan, because that does tend to happen. And just check on the flavors, give it a taste, see, do I need more salt, pepper, do I need more cinnamon, oregano, whatever it might be. Do I need more vegetable broth? Is it getting too thick and the orzo isn't covered? Check in. There's no perfect way to do anything. It's just totally up to you guys. Don't be afraid to try things or add more. You don't have to do everything exactly to my recipe, but I'm gonna check in every few minutes, stir this up, and I can't wait to try some. Okay, let's see what we're looking like. Don't mind the tomato sauce. It's gonna happen. Okay, so so good, you guys. So you should have something that looks like this. Now, I left it in for the additional 5 minutes, so I did 25 minutes because when I did my little taste test, the macaroni was still a little bit too hard for me. All right, good. So, just did my final little taste test. So now that our macaroni are cooked, everything's nice and thickened up a bit, and we're all good, all the flavors are good. We're going to take that off of the heat and let that sit for about 10 more minutes, and then we're going to serve some up and we're ready to try some. Alright guys, so we've let everything sit for about 10 minutes and we got nice and thick. Now we're just going to pour this into our little dish. Look how thick that is. So good. We're just gonna let that cool off just a bit and then we're gonna be ready to try some. Okay guys, so we've cooled down a bit. How good does this look? So excited. Okay, now I just have my oregano on top. It's time to try some. Look how thick that got. Smells amazing. Okay. I might burn myself, but it's totally worth it. Oh no. Oh, so good, you guys. Hold on, I need more. So good, you guys. Orzo is my favorite macaroni ever. I love it. It's super versatile. As you can see, we have like our Greek style of a macaroni with some tomato sauce. I've used it in an orzo pasta salad, something cold, something hot. Super versatile, so delicious. Love it. Doesn't take long to cook at all, and the end result is just. So again, the only thing to keep in mind when cooking orzo is just to make sure it doesn't stick at the bottom. If it does, it's completely okay. You'll just let it rinse and sit and soak in the sink, and it'll come off like really easy. So don't worry, but you are going to have to just mix this around a little bit just to kind of prevent that from happening a little bit. But also, if you do have leftovers, which I don't know why you would, but if you happen to have leftovers, all you're going to want to do, because it is going to keep thickening up over time, is just add some more liquid back into it when you're heating it up. So you can add some more vegetable broth, you can add some more water, whatever floats your boat when you're heating it up, and it'll be back to normal, back to the texture that you love so much. So good. Well, that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. If you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes just like this one, then make sure to head over to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.